Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to expose a REST call and test with Workbench. Let's see how we can do. So before you do this practical, I hope you already have some knowledge on the Salesforce environment and how the Apex classes would be written. So that's the actual expectation. Now let's see how to write a REST resource. So for that, I'm going to my developer edition, which is a free edition. You get it from Salesforce. So there I go to the developer console. As you know, we use this for writing the code. So I got into the developer console, and let me create a new Apex class. For that, I go to menu, file, new Apex class. It's not like that you have to create only from developer console. You can directly create the class. You can do it using Eclipse plugin, whichever you are comfortable. But the main thing is creating a class. Okay, so let me give my class name as REST. I give my name as well. REST, sure, no. Okay, let me keep my name. REST call export by Suraj. Yeah, this good. The class name can be anything. Okay, you can use whatever class whatever name you like and which is relevant to your service. You can use that particular name. So when you write the Apex class, this is normally a regular class. In case if you wanna expose this as a REST service, so you need to mark this as global. We're going to use the keyword as global. So let me say global with sharing. Hope you know what is meant by sharing. Okay, and we're going to use an annotation called REST resource. So this is an inbuilt annotation by Salesforce. Okay, so whenever you say the REST resource, this particular class gonna expose as a REST call. So I say REST resource. There is an parameter called URL mapping. So here you can give the name, whatever name you want to give it for your service. So generally whatever name you give in the URL mapping, the same name is used while doing a web service call from the external sources. It can be any system. Whenever you are connecting that to Salesforce, you're going to use this particular name. So I'm going to give my URL name as Suraj Practicals. Here is here. I'm a little confused with the names, okay, spelling. All right, so I keep it as Suraj Practical, or let me name it as Suraj REST Call Practical. Yeah, this looks like a little meaningful. You can use any name as I said, okay. So far we have written the class, and now I want to write the methods. Okay, so there are several methods. Like there is a delete method, get methods, post methods. Okay, so in this session we're gonna talk about the get method. I have another videos where I have written the delete and the post as well. So I'll provide those links in the description. You can go through them. So now let me write a method. So generally, how do you write a method? You write public, like return type and as well as the method name, right? So here you're gonna use the keyword called global. Okay, global static. So now I want to return an account information. I want to return some account information. So what I'm gonna do is I give my return type as account, and the method name I mark it as doGet. So as you know the purpose of global, when you mark it as global, this class will be exposed for REST. But in case if I want to make it as get method, then I'm going to put it as HTTP get. So this is an annotation where whatever method you declare as get at the at the rate of HTTP get, so that particular method will act as an get information. So you give some parameters, it's gonna pull the information. So what I want in my logic is I want to get, I'll pass some account ID. I want that account information to be returned from my service. So what I'm gonna do is I want to read the parameters. So I say REST request, this is an inbuilt class provided by Salesforce which I'm using. And then I say REST response. Okay. So now let me read the parameters what I'm passing. Okay, let me say account ID. The variable name can be anything. Okay, so to read the parameters which I'm passing, I say request URL dot substring. What substring? Substring of request URL dot, because I want to pass the parameters at the ending. That's what I'm giving. After whatever slash you found at the last, take that particular parameter. Okay, now let me get the account information. I write the query. I say it as object account info. So whatever fields you want to pull, put them in the query. So I say select ID, name, phone, description from account where ID equal to, I want to use this particular ID. Good. Hope you know what is an SOQL. I'm assuming you know what is an SOQL. Okay. Alright, so for this, I'm going to say return object account info. Let me save it. Okay, the saving, I just use the shortcut keyword on my Mac, but you can still go to file and click on save. You can do this as well. So far we have written a method which says REST call export by Suraj, and I have written a method called get method, and I'm using the parameter. So the logic can be vary, guys. The logic, whatever logic you want, you can put it. You can return the account, contact, whatever object you want. If you want a wrapper, you can return the wrapper. Whatever you want as a response, you can put that. So in our example, I'm just returning the account, and in my upcoming sessions, I'm going to show you how to return the wrapper class. How to get the wrapper response, how to get the JSON response, XML responses. So on the upcoming sessions, I'm going to do that. All right. So now in Salesforce, I have written a class. Oh, there's a mistake here. My goodness, I forgot. All right. So now let me see how do I call this from the Workbench. What is this Workbench? So Workbench is also a cloud environment. Okay, so you can go to workbench.developerforce.com. Okay, and here I'm gonna log in. So this is the Workbench, which is a cloud based. You need not to install any software for this. So here under utilities menu, you have something called REST Explorer. Under utilities, you have REST Explorer. So I'm using this for my service testing purpose. Okay, you can do the testing from another system also, but for quick fast response, I'm using the Workbench, because for most of the developers, going to the other system, sending the data, testing will eat a lot of time. Okay, so to save all that time, I go to Workbench and do my testing. So here I'm using the method as get method. So you put slash services slash apex rest slash your URL name. What did we give here? Let's go and check. Go to my Workbench, and here I've given the name called Suraj REST. So I copy this URL because this is the main key to identify your REST service. I put it here, slash, and I want to give some account ID here because I've written my logic to read the account information, a particular account information. So for my testing purpose, I created an account called Suraj Infotech. That's just a name, you know. So name, you can take any name. So I've used the name. So I come to this ID, put down here, I just copy pasted and say execute. So this connects to your service which you have written, and you got the response. So as I'm pulling ID, name, phone information, as I don't have description in my system, so it didn't pop up. So these are the data which I got as a response. If you want to see the raw response, just click on show raw response, and you can see here the JSON in a JSON format. Okay, good. Now if you want a couple of other fields, just put them in your query and you see them in the result. Let's try that. Okay, so I have added description also. Do I have description here? I don't. Let me put some description. Testing REST call from Suraj service. Yeah. Okay, so I have put some description. Let me call my service again and see. Wow, I got my description too. Okay, let's see the raw response. See, this is how the JSON output is. It's an ID, name, phone, and description. Okay, so that's all on the REST call, on the GET REST call. Hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, you can put your comments, so I'll respond to your questions. And in the upcoming sessions, I'm going to show you how to write a service with a response and how to modify your output JSON. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.